Hey YouTube, today I'm taking you guys to the United Arab Emirates. We'll be exploring two major cities, Dubai, where my Dubai bling fans at, and Abu Dhabi. This video is my guide showing you what I did so that you don't have to. JK, you should still visit. You should also subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified when I upload. And with that, let's go! Going through border control was not that bad at all. Line was a little bit longer than I liked, but oh well, got through it. And if you're a tourist, they do give you a free tourist SIM card. It's apparently valid for 24 hours, so I guess I could just have to install it once I get to my hotel. Now waiting for the Uber. The Uber situation is somewhat chaotic here in this parking lot, drop-off, pickup area. First off, we'll start with something bougie, which is usually the case when thinking about Dubai. Oh, my Dubai Mall. Here we are. You can already see these high luxury brand names like Prada. Nope, it already feels super bougie in here. I don't know this brand, but it seems expensive. Let's see which brands you recognize. Saint Laurent, Cartier, Valentino, Hermes, and the Rolex that everybody knows, Louis Vuitton. Alright, let's go up this structure. Well, not this structure, it's just the escalator with this sort of wreath, Christmas ornament situation. I don't know. Like that. This mall is giving, tell me you're rich without telling me you're rich. But not just the brands, but there's also art here to check out, as well as people trying to sell you the latest ironing technology. Some of these shops have way too many employees standing around. Like literally there are more employees than there are customers. And Happy New Year! I'll upload a video on how I celebrated here. In the meantime, let's fast forward. Good morning, it's officially 4:30 a.m., which is just a few hours after it turned 2025. Why am I up so early? Is because I'm actually going into the Burj Khalifa and going to go see a sunrise view. Will this be worth it? We'll see. I'm a little tired. Yes, I am. Something worth mentioning is that about 5 hours before this area was completely packed with humans as everyone was ringing in the new year. This is now the aftermath, and as you can see, it's super empty. Anyway, I'm going to the Burj Khalifa, and this is my route from my hotel. You have to go into Dubai Mall through this underground entrance, go up to a certain floor, and then follow the signs for at the top Burj Khalifa. You can book this experience online in advance, which I highly recommend. For each person, it's about $43 US. The ticket that you get kind of looks like this, and I chose the sunrise option. The other one is to see the sunset. As I was making my way through the mall, an employee, I'm guessing guard, actually told me I couldn't film inside the mall after hours, which I find weird. So hope you guys appreciate this footage in case you ever wanted to go up to Burj Khalifa on New Year's morning. And with that, I'm almost there. Well, finally made it. Here's something good to know. Burj Khalifa actually surpassed Taipei 101 to become the world's tallest building in terms of height of the roof. About to go to the world's tallest building, or actually to the top of it. Anyway, FYI, in case you weren't aware before. Lots of lines, I guess, when going through this. Because you can consider it the Disneyland experience. Alright, you guys ready for this? Wow, we are high up. Look at that. It is around 6 a.m. and we are just waiting for the sun to rise, which will rise around 7:04. So a little over our wait. But honestly, I think this is probably the best seats in the house because some parts inside there, when you look from inside to out, there's this glare of like blue light, for instance, there. And another section is like green light. So coming here, there's no glare when you're looking at the lovely view. Anyway, pro tip. This experience does come with a coffee and snack. And the cafe doesn't open right at 5 a.m. so you have to wait a little bit. Just really cool to see the sun come up, even though it feels like forever. Alright, I'm done with the viewing. It looks like people are not, but let's go. Here we are post sunrise. Very on this experience, totally worth it. You do have to get up early, but definitely prefer this over the one in the evening. If you try to go to the one for the sunset, I heard that's crazy packed with people, even more so than this one. Look at this, the Dubai fountain, and all this water here. Amazing. And done. The coffee experience comes after your whole thing is done. Leave, exit, and then you can grab a drink. Here, nice. It's cute. Happy New Year. Wasn't expecting it to come in this fancy box, so this was a pleasant surprise. So reveal here, you get a donut. And then for the drink, I actually wanted iced coffee, but it says only hot drinks, and there's only a limited selection, so got a cafe latte. Anyway. Oh. This is interesting, and not the first time. Apparently side streets here, they just go and then end without telling you it ends. This plaza that I stumbled onto has multiple shops that sell things like spices, perfumes, clothing. Apparently there's a shop that sells camel milk ice cream, etc. So it's a cute little find. Oh yeah, it's definitely a different feel when the vendor people just come to you and be like, come in, and offer to sell stuff to you. But it's all good. It's a very sort of different feel than downtown Dubai. I believe with these boats, at night you can rent them. Or as in like pay to get on it, and maybe they take you on like a little cruise.
Seven hours later.
Good morning. We were waiting for our tour guide to go on our Abu Dhabi tour. Where are you? All right. This one is that one. Wow.
The top of the dome is gold color. That's the real photography.
That's impressive. Look at this group of people. Another sea of humanity. Anyway, pro tip is to get your ticket online, as in reserve in advance. It's free of entrance, but you do have to have the ticket in order to enter. And with the dress code, of course, you know, dress a little bit modestly. I think for guys it's not as strict. I think if you're female, you might have to have a scarf. And don't quote me on this one, but I believe they don't even provide the scarf for free, so you might have to get your own in order to enter. Here we go. So the entrance is that dome structure. This one right here, we're just following the crowd at this point. Feels like I walked into a shopping center with the tickets. Let's go. Aha, see, I was right. No slutty outfits. You gotta wear a scarf if you're female. More queues here. Feels like we're in Disneyland. Went through security check. It's kind of hilarious because they actually took away my microphone. At first they asked me if I was a tour guide. I said no. So they took it away, but they said that I could go redeem it at the end with this card. Here we are. Wow. Remarkable. This mosque is actually the 7th largest in the world, and it has 82 white tops of varying sizes. And the first largest one is actually in Saudi Arabia. here's the interior. So parts of it is roped off, but looks very magnificent. High ceiling, who this? Here we go. 7th largest mosque in the world. Didn't expect to come to here, but sort of a last minute tour. Need something to do. And those of you who aren't aware, Abu Dhabi is the capital city of United Arab Emirates. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive south of Dubai. Traffic was not too bad, and our driver did haul ass-ish. And with that, the sun is out. So essentially we're going the perimeter of the mosque, and then they do this sort of traffic control by having us wait for a while, like a certain group, while they let the group that's exiting go first. So right now we're just sort of in the queue. So you have to scan get your QR code scanned a second time, but once you do, you're in this interior hall area, and this area is the Eastern foyer. And here is the main prayer hall. Verdict, this was an amazing experience. I highly recommend it if you are ever in Dubai. I just wish they didn't take my microphone away. Got it back, thankfully, all in one piece. Or it's managed by Mandarin Oriental.
Yes. Left side is in the hot towers. Means in Arabic United.
Got it.
So the 5 different tower base is one. So base 1 means country, UAE. And the 5 different towers mean cities.
Cities.
That's why called the hot towers.
Next stop, we are at the Emirates Palace. Emirates Palace is an ultra luxurious resort that's currently managed by the Mandarin Oriental Hotel, and it is the epitome of luxurious. I feel very underdressed here, but thankfully I'm not the only tourist. The other tourists are even more underdressed. They really like their gold theme here. Many gold elements. And I believe I read somewhere that they have food here that has gold leaves in it as well. Apparently there's like a 24 karat gold burger. Now I'm standing right outside the Etihad Palace. This overlooks the Etihad Towers. Just the amount of detail, the epitome of elegance right there. Then my guide drops me off here for a quick photo opportunity. So this is the Corniche area, and as you can see, some nice views. That totally looks like the Atlantis Resort. I've seen one similarly in the Bahamas that has that arch feature. And then, oh my gosh, just look at this area. And we were just back there by the Etihad Towers. So it's not Atlantis, which is it?
This is a hotel, and actually 2 different hotels. One is Rixos and one is Paramount.
Oh. More camel spottings here in the Middle East. They got a little kid on it too. Oh. Yep, that's how the camel parked itself. But look at this. And yes, I caved. Because everybody talks about it. Just had to get one. Now at the dates market, there are lots of dates. One of my favorites, mango. I'm standing right outside Louvre Abu Dhabi, and you guys are probably wondering, like, wait a minute, isn't there another one in Paris? Yes, there is. So apparently, and one of you guys can correct me by commenting in the comments below, but I believe the city of Abu Dhabi or some other jurisdiction, in exchange to be able to use the Louvre, the name, and all the rights, etc., IP, that they had to pay 329 million euros to the country of France, the city of Paris, or some other jurisdiction. That's what I've gathered from online, but feel free to fact check me. This is Ferrari World, which I guess you can say is a theme park. However, our guide did not get us tickets, and he only gave us half an hour to sort of explore and take pictures. So that's something to know. It's, if you do buy tickets, I think you're able to get in, and there's like rides and like roller coasters, but that part costs money. I think if you don't want to do that, there's still stuff to see, but it's mostly like just looking around, walking, and taking pictures. It's pretty cool if you're a car fanatic. I personally would have liked it if I was able to get in with tickets and ride some of the roller coasters, because I did see some of them from outside, from right before you enter the main entrance. It looks really cool, but I will have to hand it to Abu Dhabi that this area, this Ferrari World with stores and all the things are displayed, there's quite a bit to see, and it's like huge too. And with that, the tour has ended. Good night.
One eternity later.
Good afternoon. Having a very chill day today. Haven't left the hotel room until 1:20, but gonna do some chill things today in Dubai. So come along. Here she is. Well, look at that. And today seems to be quite a crowd. The Dubai frame is this iconic picture frame building in Dubai, and I honestly haven't heard of it before. I only saw it when my Uber drove by. I was like, oh, what is that? So going to see that right now, I highly recommend you getting tickets in advance online. And even with that, there's going to be a queue. Apparently they say the queue right now is 120 minutes. Hopefully it's shorter than that. I mean, not that I have anything else to do today, but I hope it's shorter. And there is a VIP pass you can get, but it's gonna be like 3 times the price. So I just opted for the regular admission. Made some progress in the queue, and now you can see a better close-up view. 15-minute update. At least I can now see the front entrance. Some more progress. I'm officially inside for another queue. Here we're learning a little bit about old Dubai versus new Dubai and sort of how that shift changed from traditional to modern. Now we're just waiting for the lift, so this is a good sign. It means we're going up, and we are going up. In terms of wait, it's about half an hour, so it's actually not that bad, because I've heard of stories of longer, like 1 hour or even like up to 2 hours. Well, technically the queue time that they gave us was 120 minutes, which holy fucking whore. Walking through this. Oh, you can see the bottom. I think for those of you who are afraid of heights, you might want to avoid this, but I think it's pretty cool. You can see people down there, they're like little ants. hack unlocked. If you want better pictures of the Dubai frame, go to the park next door. There is an entrance fee. It's about $250 USD, but you'll get a much better view of the Dubai frame if you want higher quality pictures. And here you can see the wealth of Dubai. Well, finally discovered the epitome of bouginess. You walk through this area and all the girls are wearing like nightclub outfits, and I'm pretty sure they got dropped off by like Porsches and Ferraris and other like really expensive cars. You know that they have a lot of money just to throw around for fun. Looks like they got a DJ here right now. I got this rum-based cocktail, and in USD it's a little over $22, which I think is probably the most I've ever paid for any sort of cocktail. Well, might as well have it happen in Dubai, right? Cheers! Good. It's got enough alcohol in it, thankfully. You haven't seen Dubai playing on Netflix yet, go watch it because it will give you a good glimpse of this side of Dubai. Essentially, it's a little bit like Singapore. If you watch like Crazy Rich Asians, that the people that they show who are actually rich are like the top 1%, but then everyone else is not. Same with Dubai. I think most of the people here in Dubai, the Emirati people, are not in that top tier of socioeconomic level. After the drink, now walking along this area, I guess you can call it a promenade, but we're just sort of heading north of the Palm area. Actually, there's a place called Palm West Beach, not to be confused with West Palm Beach in Miami. Look at that. I feel like this is the first time I've ever seen dogs in Dubai. Look at them, look at them. And then my original theory of why there's not so many dogs in Dubai is because they have harsh laws involving sort of littering and waste and all that stuff. So maybe owning a dog is a little bit more stricter here. Now walking along this so-called private beach, it's interesting because the sand feels a little different, like not really grainy at all. So I have a feeling that this is a man-made beach, just like the Palm itself. But I would say the view here is pretty spectacular, even though it does sort of give me Miami vibes.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching to the end. Until the next video, this is Show, and I'm signing off. Bye.